Hold on. Okay.
Here we are across the bay from beautiful San Diego, and I'm going to give you some tips for putting on your wetsuit. The first important thing to know is that it's very hard to put a wetsuit on when either you or the suit are wet. So you want to make sure your suit is fully dry and that your body and your own swimsuit are dry before you put it on. Next, it's good to know that the slick, shiny part of the wetsuit is the outside, and the inside is usually a rougher material, cloth of some kind. And finally, very important to know that the zipper goes in the back. So to put the wetsuit on, I roll it down a bit so that I can look right into the crotch area and see the legs. And we're going to put it on one leg at a time. So the first leg goes in, and I position the bottom of the wetsuit well above my ankle. And at this point, I just work the rubber up enough to get it to my knee. Then the next leg goes in. We work it up above the ankle. And now we start working the whole wetsuit up my body, just like a woman puts on pantyhose. A little bit at a time and gently, because the material is actually fragile and can be broken through. When we get the wetsuit up to our waist, it's important to continue working up the rubber until we're certain that the wetsuit is snug against the crotch. That's important because we need all the rubber up top so that we can have good rotation in the shoulders. So we worked it up, and now we do the arms just like we do the legs. And this is where you'll know whether you've worked the wetsuit up your body enough, because it's very important to have enough material around your shoulders so that when you're swimming, you'll have good shoulder rotation and you won't get exhausted or injured from a tight suit. Finally, the tricky part. We reach behind, we find the strap, and if possible, we pull the suit up by ourselves. It's not uncommon to have to ask someone for help, so don't worry about doing that. Zipper down, flap over, and we're ready to swim. Now, a quick word about fit. If you've ever gone surfing or diving, you've worn a wetsuit, but it's important to know that a swimming wetsuit is going to fit tighter than a surfing or diving suit. So, the first few times you swim in it, it is going to feel awkward, it's going to feel tight. You should still be able to breathe, but it's going to be a tight fit. So if it looks a bit like this, you're ready to swim.